Hello, hola.
Hi, Harold.
Which one are we doing first? Bava Metziah?
I assume Bava Metziah.
Okay.
And then we'll. By the way, I only said 3 bloods. I
Yeah.
think I have to get him a calculator.
I
Look
know.
at this. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. That makes 5, right?
Well, you're using the old math. This is new math.
Oh, okay.
No, he's using the same math when he measures the length of a Jewish penis. It's
Yes.
3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches.
Yeah.
By Schwarz's, it's different.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna rain. Do you see how much snow is coming? Wow. You see, like 10 feet of snow is coming.
Where?
Up in the mountains in Northern California.
But not here.
Not here, no, up the Lake Tahoe area. But it's good for the snowpack. Where are we starting? Bava Metziah or Bava Kama?
Bava Metziah.
Okay.
What do you have to do, Mother Shabbos?
Motzei Shabbos. Daf Yomi is at 7:30. And Navi is at 8 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Beis Amud Aleph, Bava Metziah. Shnayim oichsim betalis. Two people holding on to a garment. Zeh omer ani mitzasiyah. One of them says, I found it. V'zeh omer ani mitzasiyah. The other person says, I found it. Zeh omer kula shali, v'zeh omer kula shali. One of the people say it's all mine, and the other person says it's all mine. We have no edim. We just have their claims. This one takes an oath that he doesn't own less than 50%. And then they divide the garment. One of them claims the whole garment. The other one claims only half. He has his 50%, which is undisputed, and the other 50% is disputed, so he has 75%. The one who claims only 50%, well, he has to deal with the guy who's claiming half of what belongs to him, so he has to take an oath that he doesn't own less than 25%. And then zen notel shlosha chalakim, zen notel revia. One is given 75%, the other is given 25%. Two people are found riding on an animal. One is sitting, and the other is leading it with a rope. Each claim the whole animal. They divide, of course, the value of the animal. If they agree, the Gemara will explain, or edim, or if there's edim, then they divide without a shavua. If each one has edim, it's only when there's no proof, then they take a shavua. So the Gemara structurally, lamali lemista ze omer ani mitzasiyah v'zer ani mitzasiyah, and ze omer kula shali v'zer omer kula shali. Listen, it should have said ze omer ani mitzasiyah v'kula shali. Why does the Mishnah divide it up like that? So the Gemara says, yeah, chadik tani. Ze omer ani mitzasiyah v'kula shali. Ze omer ani mitzasiyah v'kula shali. That's how you have to learn it. So the Gemara says, "Velisni ani mitzasiya," and that's enough. I found it. Anayadana that we would know the kula shali. So the Gemara says, "No, itan ani mitzasiya." If the only claim was I found it, havamina my mitzasiya, reisiya. I saw it. Mitzasiya, we're going to see means I picked it up and I have it in my possession. But sometimes a person might say, I found it by just looking at it. I saw it first. Even though Alfagav lost Liyade. You might think Bari'iyah Bal Makani. Maybe the halacha is whoever sees it first is koine it. So Tana Kula Shali, Shabariya Loikani. He has to hold on to it and say it's all mine. And you do not acquire it by whoever first sees it. So the Gemara says, Umi matzis amris my mitzasiya riyasiya. That you want to say that what did the guy mean by saying I found it? I saw it? Bamrav Noi, it says in a pasuk, L'chein taseh l'chol avedas achicha asher tovad mimenu mitzasa. So shall you do with anything that your friend loses and you find. But umitzasod also liyodei mashma. It implies that you picked it up. The lashon of the Torah doesn't just mean that you saw it. You have to be machzik in the chafetz. The verse is in mitzvahs of the krah to asli yodei mashma. When the Torah uses the word mitzvah, it means he picked it up. But umi utana, but when the Tanaim used mitzvah, lishna da'almanokad, I found it, and people might think umelechazile. Once he saw it, he can say, "Ana ashkachas v'afagav l'asiyah b'ribe almakani." I saw it, and I'm going to go get it. But perhaps whoever saw it first is koine it. Tani kula shali the b'ribe almaloi kani. So, to prove to us that whoever sees it first, that doesn't acquire it for him. Lisni kula shali, v'lo boy ani mitzasiya. Why even say you found it? Just say it's mine. Itani kula shali avamina ba'alma t'toni mitzasiya b'riya ba'alma kani. Because again, later on when it says mitzasiya, I would have thought it means whoever saw it first. Tana ani mitzasiya v'anatana kula shali. The Mishnah Yisera from the extra words of the Mishnah, Shmi'inan, the Re'iyah Loikani, that whoever saw it first is not koine. Okay. Umi matzis amris chadiktani. How can you say, like you responded, that it really is ze oimer ani mitzasiya v'kula shali? That's not how the Mishnah is written. Ha ze v'zektani. It's broken up. Ze omer ani mitzasiya v'ze omer ani mitzasiya. Ze omer kula shali. So it sounds like there's two different claims. Amra Papa v'itema kedi, v'itema Rav Suni Barashi v'amila kedi. Some people say without a name. Reisha b'mitzia. When we talk about two people holding on to a garment, and they each claim it's theirs, that's talking about something that they found. The seifa, where they see this is mine, that's Mecca Chumemkar. Each one is claiming that they bought it from the seller and that it belongs to them. It means the method by which this object came to be held by these two parties is different than the Reisha and the Seifa. The Reisha is speaking about a case where they found it together. They're both holding on to it. The second case is talking about they both went into a store, they both paid money, and they both claimed that they bought it. Now, why would the Mishnah have to tell me both cases? Why couldn't I learn one from the other? The Itana Metziah, if we would have only learned the case of a found object, Havami, I would have thought like this. Metziah Rami Rabbanan Shvuah. You know, the Chachamim demand a Shvuah for them to divide. Why? Mishum Demoy v'Omar Chavroi love midi chaser bo. Isel itvis is pagi badei. Perhaps the other guy is being lenient with himself. And listen, there's no skin off my nose. I'm not paying anything here. I'll just grab onto it. And I'll divide it with him. Because there's no money out of his pocket. So maybe there he takes a shvuah. Each one is claiming they paid money. So there, a malo. Maybe that you divide it even without a shvuah. Okay. If I would have only learned the case of purchase, maybe that's when the Rami Rabbanon Shvuah Alei, that in order to divide it and they don't have Eidim, they have to take a Shvuah. Why? Listen, we both paid money. Now I'm holding on to it. And my guy is also claiming it. He also gave good money. And the other guy obviously shows that he wants such an item. He'll go and buy another one. Bava Metziah Daf. But there is no such swore. Nobody paid money by a lost object. A malo. Maybe we're not going to suspect that he grabbed something that doesn't belong to him. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, doctor. We're working it right now, and we should get it done in 30 minutes. So we'll be out today, okay?
Nikki, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Sricha, we needed the case in both cases. Now, Mekach Memkar, Lechzi Zuzi Manokat. Why don't we just ask the storekeeper, who did you take money from? Lo tzricha denoket metarvayu. That would be a simple case. But here's a case where we took money from both of them. The only difference was chad midaita uchad bal korcha. One guy he wanted to sell to. The other sort of forced him to sell it to him. And the suffix is lo yadani miu midaita miu bal korcha. We don't know, so that's why they each have to take a shvuah to say that it's half of it, in order for them to divide the object. Let us say our mission is not like benanis. The benanis, ha'amar, somebody says to his worker, you know, I owe you $100 for today's work. Go to the grocer down the block, and he'll give you $100 worth of groceries. And I will, you know, of course, I'll take care of the grocer. Then the worker comes that the grocer didn't give him anything. And the grocer says, I gave him $100 worth of groceries. So there, the Chachamim, there's a machlokes. The Chachamim say that the grocer and the worker both take a shvuah, and the balabayas, that means the one who hired the worker and told him to go to the grocer, and the grocer gave him $100 worth of groceries because he was told that the balabayas is going to pay it. The balabayas has to pay both. He has to give $100. Hello, Sadie.
Hi, Dr. Agustin. So I just wanted to call you to let you know that we managed to get a hold of Veronica, and she said that she was going to take care of it and send it out today.
Thank you very
And I
much.
uploaded everything, scanned everything, so all she had to do was just send it.
Okay, I want you to learn how to do that process too. I don't want to rely on Veronica. I want to be able to tell you, Sadie, get these reports out today. You know how to do it. Figure out what it is you have to do, and just like she can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because there are days if she doesn't come or she's not there, whatever, it has to be gotten because there's a deadline. I want you to
Yeah.
be comfortable in doing it. Okay, Sadie?
Yes.
Thank you
I
very much.
will.
And then send me an email that you did everything like you normally do. That because I never got an email from you that you received even Adam Bruce's report.
Oh yeah, I had
Okay.
to leave early yesterday, but I will send that right now. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
of course. Thank
Bye.
you, doctor.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So that's the Chachamim. But Ben Nana says, Ketzad elu ve'elu bo l'dei shvur shav. Ben Nana says, listen, one of them is lying, right? The Balabais told the worker, I owe you $100. Go to the grocer and get $100. I have credit with him. He'll take $100 grocery from him. Now, the worker claims the grocer didn't give him anything. And the grocer claims he gave. One of them's lying. So, and we can't prove which is which. So Ben Nana says, let them each get their money without a shvuah. So the Gemara is asking here, why here where they're holding on, each one is holding on to the garment, and we're dividing it. And we're dividing it anyways. Why shouldn't we let them divide it without a shvuah? Must be we don't hold like Ben Nanas. We hold like the Chachamim. Gemara says no proof. Afilu tema. Our Mishnah could be like Ben Nanas. Hasam vadai shvuah. We agree. Over there, one of them has got to be lying. But here it's not always going to be that. Maybe they both saw a lost object in the street and they both picked it up exactly at the same time. So there's no worry that we're always going to come on to a false oath. So our Mishnah could be like Ben Nanas. Let us say that our Mishnah that says that they divided with a shvuah is not like sumchas. The ika sumchas, we have a general principle. Maman amutal b'safik cholkin. So if there is money that two people are claiming belongs to them, and they don't have eidim, even if one party is holding on to the money, Sumcha says, and that guy claims it's mine, and the other guy says, no, it's mine. Sumcha says we divide it. Now, even without a shvuah. So the Gemara wants to argue here. There are Mishnah that says when two people are holding on to a garment, yes, they divide it, but they have to take a shvuah. Because what are you going to say? Elamai, Rabbanon? Who argues with Sumchas? The Rabbanon. What do they say? Ha'amri amoitzi mechaver alav araya. Reuven and Shimon. Reuven has $1,000 and is holding on to it. And Shimon claims that it's his. So the Chachamim hold possession is 99% of ownership. Meaning, if Shimon wants to get that money, what does he have to do? Motzi mechavero alav araya. The burden of proof is on Shimon to bring evidence that it belonged to him. Otherwise, Reuven gets to hold on to the money. Sumchus says they divide it. If they each have the same claim, it doesn't make a difference that Reuven's holding on to it. You understand? Sumchus argues with this concept of possession as 9/10 of ownership. Sumchus says if they each have competing claims, they divide it, even without a shvuah. So the Gemara, our Gemara is now saying, since our Mishnah said they divide it with a shvuah, it must not be sumchus. So then the Gemara says, what do you mean? So who is it? Is it the Rabbanon? Neither side here is bringing any proof. There's no Amotz Mechaver Lavaraya. So, hi my. So what kash is this? So if we say that our Mishnah is the coin the sheet of the Rabbanon, you know when? Hasam, the Lotafsi Tarvayu, when they didn't both grab it at the same time. One grabbed it first. That's when the Chachamim say, whoever's holding on to it, he has the first chus in it. And he'll get to keep it, unless the other guy brings proof. But Hacha the Tarvayu Tafsi. There isn't one person who's the muhzik, who's holding on to it only. They're both holding on to it. So they're Palgi Ba B'Shvua. So there, the Mishnah's reconciliation is to say that they've divided with a Shvua. Eli'i Amit Sumchis. Sumchis, remember, said that in every case you divide it. We don't care who's holding on to it. Hashda. Umahasum Dolatafsi Tarvayu. In a case where somebody's holding on to an object, they didn't grab it at the same time. He said, Cholkin below Shvua. Hachar de Tarvayu Tafsila. Here, where they're both holding on to it at the same time, Lo Kol Shekain. Kavachoymer that they're going to divide without a Shvua. So the Gemara answers, Afilu Tema Hisumchus. Our Mishnah that said that they divide a jointly held garment with a shvua could still hold like sumchus. That normally says you can divide without a shvua. Why? Ki amar sumchus. When does he say that you divide it evenly without a shvua? B'shema v'shema. Each party isn't absolutely sure about their claim. Yeah, it could be mine. The other guy doesn't have any proof either that it's his. So he has the same level of proof that I do. Maybe it is his. That's called Shema. So maybe that's when Sumchus says you divide without a shvua. Al bori you bori. But when each claims, no, Vadai, that's mine, then maybe Lo Amar. Maybe that's, Sumchus doesn't say that they're divided without a shvua, and he would agree with our Mishnah that in such a case, you need to make a shvua to divide it. Well, the Rabbi Baravuna de Amar Sumchus, Afilu bebori ubori, Mike Lemeimar. Now, the Amoraim argued about the sheet of Sumchus. Rabbi Baba Rav Chana said, Sumchus said you still divide without a shvua, even by bori ubori. So we're back to our question. Obviously, our Mishnah is not like Sumchus. Or says no, we can read into our Mishnah Sumchus. Afilu tema Sumchus. Ki Amar Sumchus. When does Sumchus say that you divide the assets without a shvua? Heicha de ikka dror de mamoina. If you saw a moment, there's financial loss. If we give it to one, and if we give the garment to one of them and it was not kidin, so you're causing financial loss to the other guy. So there's potential financial loss. But maybe when there's no sort of financial loss. That's how Rashi learns. One party will have had a financial loss. The Ramban asks from another places that Dror Mamonim is something else. That each claim is sort of contradicting the other. However, Avalecha Deleka Jordan Mamona Lo. He will not say that they divide. He won't necessarily say that they divided if there's no financial loss. Frank the Gemara Valav Kalvachomer, it's a Kalvachomer. Umawasum they could Jordan Mamona Lamar, if they each have a financial loss. Yet he says you divide without a shvua, but here we're not sure that any of them has a financial stake in this. The tarvayu, maybe they both own it, and therefore there's no financial loss. So be a kavachomer that they divided. Okay, we'll stop here. Stop here with Bava Metziah.
Hold on.